Well, we've got a beautiful day to celebrate what's going on in the Green Avenue neighborhood, and we really are grateful that you're here today. My name is Jenny STROUD. I'm with the City of Greenville's Community Development Division. Today we're celebrating National Community Development Week, and we're also celebrating all of the great things that are happening here in the Green Avenue neighborhood. Today you will hear from several partners who've been working alongside the city for the last several years to accomplish all the great things that we see here today.
A great day to be here. We have so many wonderful neighborhood projects where we've reclaimed areas, and with the Community Development Department done such a wonderful job of bringing people together to really transform neighborhoods. We reclaimed this area, we annexed it. Some people were very doubtful about the wisdom of that at the time, but we had a plan. We had this plan that if we annex it, this is what we can do. And what we were going to do is what you see here today. You know, it's not about houses alone. It's also, as Quinn Satterfield recognizes, it's about neighborhoods. And with a neighborhood, you need green space. You need some recreation opportunity too. And so we could have squeezed in an extra several houses. Where's Jenny? Yeah, there were plans to do that at one time. But we pulled back from that and created this wonderful green space. We're creating not just houses, but also a real true neighborhood. So for all of you who participate in this, thank you very much. And here in the City of Greenville, this is just a great model for what we're trying to do all across the city.
As all of you know, the community development funds and home funds that help build these houses, they have been cut significantly. The City of Greenville staff has been quite creative in working, but more important than that, it has been partners, as Knox has said, Quinn Satterfield and some other Homes of Hope, other development corporations have worked with us to continue to take what little we do have and make it into home ownership and reality for many.
Do you remember when you were standing at closing or sitting at closing, and that feeling you got when they pushed the keys over to you? I mean, home ownership is different than anything else. It's one of those points in life that you realize something has changed here. When you have your kids, it's when you go off to college, when they slide those keys over to you, you know that now something is different and people are going to look at you differently. The stigmatism is gone then. Oh, you're just a renter, you know, on and on. Home ownership is important. What we're trying to do is we're trying to build a community, and as you can see here, it's much more than just a house here or there. It's about preserving the right for those who want to stay. It's also about making the conditions better, and that's what the city has done. I'm so proud and grateful to work for such a fine institution, but it's really the people. And just to walk through, how do you get here? What happens before the keys get slided over? What happens then? The police department, they have to come in, they got to make sure the neighborhood is safe. And so a considerable amount of resources has been put by the police department, the fire department, through all of its codes, the building inspectors. We have a park here, so now it's parks and recreation. Even our public events and management folks who come out and send press releases. It's why we do what we do, because at the end of the day, all of that work done, and I walked over with one of our surveyors, Buck, and I was walking in, Buck said, "Man, I'm happy, John. I've been working on this for 10 years. For 10 years. And so he's here celebrating today. It's why we do what we do. We're about changing lives. I'm happy, I'm more proud. I want to thank Jenny and her crowd for being a part of an institution that gets it. As council member said, that we're committed, but at the end of the day, somebody's going to pass those keys over, and you're going to have that smile on your face because you know something's changed and something's committed. So thank you very much, Jenny and staff, but thanks for all the city staff. Appreciate what you do. This is why we do what we do. So thank you very much.
I'm honored to have the privilege to speak to you all today to express the gratitude of the Green Avenue Area 6 Association and residents of this fine community. Most of the worn down houses are gone, the vacant buildings are gone, The serious crime wave is gone. Washington Heights and Green Avenue area is being revitalized. After 26 years of waiting and struggling, the Green Avenue Area Civic Association is finally seeing the light of the long, dark tunnel. It's a wonderful sight to behold. Every day is a day of adventure for me. Having been the founder and president emeritus and the Survivor Association members as we watch progress being made. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but it's real. Our tireless struggle is finally being rewarded. It's a new beginning, it's a new day, and it's real. With that being said, we would like to give bundles of thanks to the City of Greenville, Mayor White, the staff of the redevelopment department, HUD, and all of the agents that came in and made task forces to assist us to come to this point. And I want to thank you.
I want to start out by saying I'm extremely passionate about affordable housing, and I don't know that there was a time when I wasn't, but there was a time when I wasn't as focused on it, and I can credit that to a guy standing in the back on the left over there named Don Oglesby with Homes of Hope, who challenged me to put my actions where my mouth is and build some affordable houses, and he sort of put me in the corner and embarrassed me into figuring out how to do it. So I'm deep in it now, and I really enjoy it. And one of the things that drove me to get involved was that when I got out of school, I kept thinking, you know, I'm going to figure out a way to hit it big, and I realized that working all day long and at night after that job and another job to try to make everything come together was a hard way to accumulate any wealth. And I kept asking my mom, I said, don't we have a rich aunt or an uncle or somebody that I hadn't met yet that I can kind of wait around on? And she said, honey, it ain't gonna happen for you. So I started thinking about it, and I finally used a state housing loan and bought my first house. And now I'm in my 17th house. As a builder, you have to move a lot, and with 4 kids moving, it gets a little cumbersome. But the bottom line for me is along about number 8 or 12 or one of those houses in there, I had enough equity to start my business. And you know, I think unless you have the opportunity to participate in the ownership of a home, that's a really tall order there. It's a hard thing to accomplish. So I'm passionate about it for that reason, and I've encouraged my own children to get out there. And if you didn't have any appreciation, if the house never went up in value, if you didn't get to write off the interest in that house, it's still a forced savings account, and at the end of 30 years, you got something. And so anyway, there's a lot of reason to continue to push to build these houses. But I appreciate the opportunity to be here. It's been a lot of fun, and I think it's a great thing that the city's doing here. Thank you very much for coming out today.